Good morning, students. Today we'll study about segment, ray, line as a set of points. Line segment. Line segment. See, this is a line segment. Segment means it is limited at both the end. We can say AB is a segment. As we already studied in algebra or mathematics part 1, sets of the points, yes, no, so union set, intersection set, so it is a union of points. Line segment is a union of point, the union of point AB and points between AB and these all points between AB, the union of all these points is called a segment. This is the geometrical definition, but directly we can say segment AB is a length AB. Suppose it is of 5 centimeter. So you can say segment AB is of 5 centimeter or length of AB is 5 centimeter. So we can write segment as a segment AB. Like this we are writing. Segment AB can be written as segment BA. Reverse order. AB or BA same. You can write segment AB as a distance of AB, or it is, you can write it length of AB. Okay, length of AB means segment AB, distance of AB means segment AB. Okay, so you can write like length of AB suppose is 5, then you can write segment AB is equal to 5, or directly you can write AB is equal to 5 or distance of AB is equal to 5. So this is called as a segment. Segment means limited at both the end. Now we'll see the next. Now second point, ray. Ray AB. Ray means it's like an arrow. Okay, see this ray means limited at one end and unlimited at another end. AB is a ray. AB is a ray and point P is on the ray. What we are saying, AB is a ray, it is a ray AB and point P is on the ray AB. So it is union set of all points of AB and the point P such that A, B, P means A, B, P lies on the same line. What is this? ये जो हमने लिखा है इसका मतलब होता है कि A, B, P तीनों एक ही लाइन पे, A, B, P. Whenever it comes like this, so you have to consider that these 3 points are on a line. So what is a ray? Ray AB is such that it is a union set of all points on the AB such that P is like this, A, B, P. It is called a ray AB. How we are writing it? Ray AB. Here point A is called end point of ray AB. This is the end point. Okay, understand? Now third thing we'll see, line AB. These are basic things. These things are very important. You have to keep in your mind. Line AB, line, as you know, line means any line. Line is unlimited at both the end. Okay. Line can be written by one letter also, line L, or you can write like this, line AB. This is a line. So the union set of points on the ray AB and opposite ray of AB is called line AB. See here in the ray you can see this is AB. Opposite ray means from here also you can draw opposite line. That means like this. Means unlimited at both the end. So what is written here? The union set of ray AB and opposite ray AB is called line AB. The set of points of segment AB is subset of points of line AB. So just simple thing, line AB means unlimited at both the end. The fourth, congruent segments. Congruent means equal. Congruent segments. So it is very easy to understand. Congruent segments means equal segments. So if I have a line, I have a segment AB and another segment CD. So these both are equal. When we can say both are equal? When their distance is equal or their length is equal. If I write it is 5 centimeter and CD is also 5 centimeter, then both are equal or congruent. So congruent segments means if the length of two segment is equal, then the segments are congruent. You can write like here, length of AB is equal to length of CD. Then you can write segment AB is congruent. This is symbol of congruent. Congruent to segment CD. Means when their lengths are equal, they are congruent. Okay. Fifth point we'll see properties of congruent segments. Properties of congruent segments. So first property is reflexivity. Reflexivity, that is what? Reflexivity means if you have any line, segment AB. So reflexivity means every segment is congruent to itself. AB is congruent to itself. AB 5 centimeter and AB 5 centimeter means congruent to itself. So that is called reflexivity. You can write here segment AB is congruent to itself, means segment AB is congruent to segment AB. That is the reflexivity. Any segment is congruent to itself. Then second one is symmetry. Symmetry means if we have two segments, congruent segments CD, AB is congruent to CD, then CD is also congruent to AB. That is called symmetry. If segment AB congruent to segment CD, then segment CD is also congruent to segment AB. This is called symmetry. So these are two properties. Third property is transitivity. Third property, transitivity. So transitivity, so here see, if we have three segments A, B, C, D and E, F. So what you can say, if AB is congruent to CD, CD is congruent to EF, then automatically AB is also congruent to EF. Yes. So if AB is congruent to CD, CD with EF, then AB with EF. So that we have to write here. Transitivity property means if segment AB is congruent to segment CD and segment CD is congruent with segment EF, then AB is congruent with EF. Then segment AB is congruent with segment EF. These things are very important whenever we'll start with our proof, theorems and proofs. That time these things are very useful. Okay. Now next point we have to study, sixth point, that is midpoint of segment. Midpoint of segment. Midpoint of segment, if I have a segment AB, if AB is of 10 centimeter, I have AB of 10 centimeter and up to 5 centimeter if there is a point, then this is 5 centimeter, this is 5 centimeter. Means because of M, the line divides into two equal parts. Okay, that's why M is called as a midpoint of the segment. The point which divides the given line into two equal parts, that is called midpoint of the segment. And there is only one and one midpoint to a segment. एक ही midpoint होगा कोई भी line को. Yes, because the point which divides the given line into two equal parts. So here the definition is like this. if AMB means what? AMB lies on the same line and segment AM congruent with segment MB, AM congruent with MB, then M is called as a midpoint. Then M is midpoint of segment AB. Okay, and every segment have only one midpoint. Now next we have to see comparison of segments. Comparison means we have to compare which line is greater and which line is smaller, which segment is greater and smaller. So if I have here segment AB and I have another segment that is CD, by observation you can say that AB is smaller than CD or CD is bigger than AB. So by mathematically how we can say, if the length of segment AB is less than length of segment CD, then segment AB is less than segment CD. So if length of AB is less than length of CD, then we can say that segment AB is smaller than segment CD. Okay, next we'll see perpendicularity. Next point, perpendicularity. Perpendicularity of segment or rays. Okay, perpendicularity means perpendicular lines and perpendicular segments, you know. Then also here is concept, if AB is any segment and CD is a ray, so here what is given, if these two lines make 90-degree angle, then we can say they are perpendicular. So if the lines containing two segments, here you can write, how you can write? You can write, if segment AB perpendicular line CD, that means segment AB perpendicular ray CD. See, the definition is also given here. If the lines containing two segments, two rays, or a ray and a segment are perpendicular to each other, then the two segments, two rays, or the segments and the ray are said to be perpendicular to each other. These are basic things. They are also given here because these things are very necessary when your theorems will start, proofs will start that time. So these are basic things, geometrical language, so you have to keep it in your mind. Last thing, we have to take distance of point from a line. So we'll see 9th point, that is distance. Distance of a point from a line. Distance of point from a line, if I have a line line AB and CD is such that CD perpendicular to AB, CD is perpendicular to AB, then you can say length of CD is the distance of point C from the AB. If CD is 2 cm, then you can say that point C is at a distance of 2 cm from line AB. This is called as the distance of a point from a line. So here also you can see the definition. If segment CD perpendicular line AB and the point D lies on the line AB, then the length of segment CD is called the distance of point C from the line AB. The point D is called the foot of the perpendicular. Foot of perpendicular. See, this is foot of perpendicular. This is perpendicular and this is foot of perpendicular. If length CD is A, then the C is at a distance of A from the line AB. See, these basic things I have given today, explanation. These basic things: line segment, ray, line, congruent segment, properties of congruent segments, midpoint of segments, comparison of segments, perpendicularity of segments, distance of a point. These 9 things you have to write down in your notebook with the diagram. Okay, 1.2 will study in the next period. Just you have to write down all these basic things and read it out. Okay, thank you.